and used the Planet Hulk storyline if they had swapped out a character called Beta Ray Bill and put in Thor in his place. The vast majority of the audience wouldn't know any different, and we'd have a Planet Hulk movie. However, they didn't do that, and we get an antagonist, or the main antagonist at least, is Thor's sister, Hela, which interestingly, she looks more like Loki than she looks like Thor, which is weird because Loki is adopted. Go figure. She's the goddess of death, and she proves this by wiping out the entire Asgardian army. We learn a lot about the different characters in this movie. For example, we learn that as a child, Thor wanted to be a member of the Valkyrie, an elite fighting force on Asgard. And as he got older, then he discovered that it was a female fighting force, and so he wouldn't have qualified. Also, we learned that Thor doesn't drink tea, and says so quite sarcastically to Doctor Strange. Each to their own. Personally, I'm quite partial to a cup of tea. We learned that the Hulk has been the Hulk for 2 years. And it's quite an unusual... It's not a Hulk I'm used to. I grew up with the Lou Ferrigno Incredible Hulk. And this Hulk has been the Hulk for 2 years solid. No Banner for 2 years. So he thinks like a 2-year-old. His speech patterns is like a 2-year-old. He even sulks and throws tantrums like a 2-year-old. And there are some parts where Thor is reasoning with the Hulk. And I read an article where Tycho said that he used conversations that he had with his own children and how he reasoned with his own children, and brought that into the movie. We learned that Banner has 7 PhDs, none of which are for flying a spaceship, just so you know. He doesn't tell us exactly what they are, but one of them is definitely not for flying a spaceship. It's a joke in the movie. We have the character of Valkyrie, and she was a member of the Valkyrie, and now she's the only one left. Hela wiped out the entire Valkyrie except for her, and now she drinks to forget. She's basically got PTSD, and she drinks to forget. Taika Waititi plays 4 different characters. He did motion capture for Surtur. He played one of the heads of a 3-headed alien called Hadju. He did some mocap for the Hulk after Ruffalo finished filming his parts. And he also did mocap for the highlight, shall we say, or the best character in this particular movie. A character called Korg, who's from the Planet Hulk storyline. Tycho actually based the personality of Korg on the big bouncers where he lived. Although they were giants of men, they were really soft-spoken and quiet. And I think it's a really good contrast. I really enjoyed that character, and I'd like to see more of him. Possibly in either in Infinity War or the next Guardians movie. I think we might see him again. This movie, although it's a real fun movie, I laughed out loud numerous times. It doesn't figure in my top 5. It doesn't live up to what it could have been. So I feel that it was definitely worth the price of admission. But it's not going to be one of the best movies of the year. So those are just a few thoughts on Thor Ragnarok. I hope you enjoyed it. Jump down into the comments and let me know what you thought of Thor Ragnarok. But for now, that's it for Sci-Fi Ireland.